Hey, what's going on, everybody? The other day, Barack Obama, President Barack Obama, made a statement about the Trayvon Martin case, and he basically was sympathizing with, black folks in this country and how he can relate to being followed around the store and, judged simply off of the color of his skin. Now, the reaction to this, a lot of people within the media was saying Barack Obama should have kept his mouth closed, stayed out of the situation, didn't really give, well, not didn't, but to not give certain opinions on the case. But, I find it to be odd how he should keep his mouth closed when it comes to Trayvon Martin, but when other incidents happen that are not surrounded with the African American community, he can talk. He can get on stage and cry and, sympathize with everybody and boo-hoo. But when it comes to an innocent black boy that was gunned down, he's supposed to keep quiet. And, I had a chance to look at the speech and everything. And, when I first saw it, my first reaction was, wow, he really is a black man. I was being funny about it, but that's what I was thinking in my head. Because, it's like I've said in previous my videos, Barack Obama shies away from the black community. He speaks for everyone's issues, like I've said before, but ignores ours. And you have people out here that say, oh, well, racism is in the past, and he's not the black president and blah, blah, blah. And, us as black folks in this country, we don't want him to be the black president. We understand that he's representing the country as a whole, America. But at the same time, we cannot be blind to the fact that people of certain ethnicities deal with certain things in this country, especially black folks. We don't live in a post-racial society. And, I just think it's odd how we have a black man that's the president of the United States, and he hasn't created any, public policies or certain agendas to keep down a lot of things that we go through. Now, will racism ever go away? Probably not. But how we control that and how we somewhere move forward from racism is we create certain things and certain policies that go on within the country to demise things like, racism, discrimination, gentrification, and so on and so on. But, just to sum up everything, I felt like Barack Obama basically was, I'm not going to say he was putting on the act, but I think he was trying to become black again. He was trying to say a couple of words to sympathize with the black community, so we can say, oh right, Obama again, like kind of like that same energy we had for him back in '08. He was trying to dip his paintbrush back into the black paint and try to get in good with us again. And my opinion of him has not changed. I think he's scared to speak for us. I don't really think he cares about our issues. I'm not going to say, blacks as a whole, but, I don't think he cares about our issues. I think he more or less wants to tap dance for those white folks to make sure he's secure, and that's my personal observation, and that's my opinion on him. I do, I'm glad he said something towards the Trayvon Martin case besides Trayvon Martin. If I had a son, Trayvon Martin would look like me, because I felt like that was a cop-out statement, and he wasn't really being real about the situation. And, when the verdict came out and, they asked Obama about his opinion on it, I could look in his face and tell he was bothered by it, but a lot of times, like I said, he's scared to speak. And if we ever do get another black president in office, I think we definitely need to demand things, and we need to get a clear assurance before we elect that man in office of what he's going to do for the black community, because it seems like we tend to rally around people who, you know, are going for big positions in this country that, you know, might be a minority approaching it, we tend to rally around that simply because they're black. And I think that's the wrong thing to do, because just because somebody's black doesn't mean that they're going to do the necessary things that they need to do to not only be you know, a good president or a good model for the country, but for us as black folks, because we're always put on the back burner. You know, people use us, they use the black women, you know, for their contribution, and then kick them to the side. Black men are used for their contribution, they kick them to the side, and as a whole we're used. And then after people get what they want, they're out. So, you know, I just think it's very important that we be very mindful and wise about the next black president, you know, or people that's going for high positions in this country as a whole. We need to be very mindful of the type of person they are and what they're going to do for us. But, you know, like I said, you know, my opinion hasn't changed about President Barack Obama. You know, I think he needs to grow a set of balls, and he needs to start speaking out about a lot of this stuff. Don't cry for white people, but when it comes to us, it's, you know, oh, well, whatever. And that's all I got to say about it. But you guys give me your feedback for you guys that have saw the speech or whatever. And let me know what you feel about President Barack Obama's statements. I'm out.